Okay, Coach. Well, the road ends here. It has been a wild, often unpredictable 2019 season, and now it's time for the greatest spectacle in all of sports. Super Bowl 54 from Miami. You know, this town has played host to 10 Super Bowls in the past, and tonight we write chapter number 11. And what a matchup we've got. Tonight it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Oakland Raiders taking on the NFC champions, the Chicago Bears. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis, very pleased to be with you. And the story, Charles, of the Oakland Raiders season, just an incredible one, really, in the East Bay. Folks not expecting much after a 4-12 season in 2018. Fans were coming to terms with saying goodbye. And then a funny thing happened. The Raiders started to win, and they did not stop.
And what a way to go out this would be. I mean, this is like storybook. This is something that you write and you put it on film and people say, there's no chance that this can happen, except we're witnessing it right now. Think about the great history of the Raiders in Oakland. John Madden is their head coach. Kenny the Snake Stabler, their Hall of Fame quarterback. The old man himself, Willie Brown. Remember that 75-yard interception return against Minnesota? We can still see Willie running in slow motion. He passed away a few months ago, but he'll never be forgotten in Oakland. The great Raiders of the old supporting this Raiders team now, trying to win another Super Bowl.
Meanwhile, the turnaround has been a sharp one for these Chicago Bears. 19-45. That was their record from 2014 through 17. And the division title last year, everybody remembers the double doink in the playoffs. But now the Bears are back looking for what would be just their second Super Bowl title.
Of course, you know they won plenty of titles prior to the Super Bowl coming into existence. They won 8 NFL titles. Who'll ever forget Papa Bear, George Halas leading that franchise. But they have made 2 appearances in the big game itself. They won Super Bowl 20, pounded the Patriots, one of the most dominant performances we've ever seen. And then they lost to Peyton Manning and the Colts in Super Bowl 41. Can this team do their own Super Bowl shuffle and grab the Lombardi Trophy and bring it back to Chicago?
Pull it high.
On third down, a run with Cohen. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. And a lot of times that is one-on-one. If you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it. But in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Now Trubisky to throw. Flushed out right. Now he'll pull it down. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Flush to his right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to find Anthony Miller there, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
The 13th play now coming on this opening drive. Here's 3rd down. Out of the gun, Trubisky. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's a good job there, creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold him to 3. 3 points, probably not going to win this Super Bowl, but at least you get something on the opening drive.
And it's certainly not going to lose it. So the bottom line is, come away with the points now, come back and get greedy later, and try and put it in the end zone.
This is fielded at the goal line. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Mike. Check back. Check.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. Room here to run. And his first carry, he loses the football. But I think the Bears have recovered. They have. Well, he's going to have to shake out the cobwebs. First time he touches the football, and he drops it on the ground.
So many times we talk about quarterbacks and taking care of them early to get them in the flow with safe throws, right? But with a runner, there is no such thing as a safe run, right? Right out of the gate, you're going to be in some traffic. Got to take care of the ball, and he didn't do that.
A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On 2nd down and 4, Trubisky. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Cleveland Farrell able to get him for a loss of about 3. On 3rd down, Trubisky. Oh, and he'll just get rid of this one deep. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Eli Apple. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Now Mariota. Being chased out left. Throw left side complete. It's Jacobs. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. On 1st down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Trubisky forced out to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. They bring Rashawn Melvin on the corner blitz, and he gets there. And not a blitzer, but still able to get there from a strong safety position.
Yeah, I think that was a great example of what they call football IQ. Recognizing he was open, had a chance, and went ahead and got to the quarterback.
Hey, let go. Alert.
From the gun on third down, it's Trubisky. He may try and run for this. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to fourth down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's third down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked down inside the 5-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage, because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Makes it 3rd and 7.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. To throw is Mariota. Able to find Waller. That's complete. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of this Super Bowl, and he picks up the first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Mariota. Buying time to his left. He's going to take off. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. And this is picked up by the Bears. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. And what we just saw, very, very rare. We only had 5 of those in the first 50 Super Bowls.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and we just saw it happen again. Extraordinary.
The defense has been good, and they were good again there. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and the lead grows to 10-0. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. The sack by Robert Quinn. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Check, 59.
Play action now. Mariota. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Take it at the 37. Give them 11 yards that time on the return. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
From midfield now, here's Trubisky, escaping the pressure right. That's Cordero Patterson hauling it in. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
2 minutes even on the clock in the first half of Super Bowl 54. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
A throw over the middle, taken in. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Good job. 180. Hey, let's get this. Get this.
First down, a run with Cohen. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Trubisky. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now Cohen, and he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Mariota. Eluding the pressure right. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Mariota to throw it. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for Oakland. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Let's go.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be from 56 yards out. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. So we've reached halftime here in the 2020 Super Bowl, Super Bowl 54. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. The never tedious halftime show behind us, and now it's back to football as we get going again in Super Bowl 54. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. How about 25 yards on third down? They'll take it. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
Raiders first down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. And let's get that.
Mariota now to throw on first down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Come to my work. 36. Hatchet.
After the sack on first down, Mariota into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and he'll bring this one back to the 29. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson, 71 yards as the Bears push further out in front. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
The extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Raider first down, 17 yards. They'll find his tight end. That's Waller. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. Mariota now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turning over 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing. But I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
Carl Nassib there on the tackle. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Oh, it's a jet sweep. Here comes Miller. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. He can run for it, and he will.
And what a weapon to have when you can use your quarterback as a short yardage runner and pick up first downs.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. Dancing to his left. Oh, nice move.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
To throw again on 2nd down. Trubisky. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Trubisky gives to Cohen, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
And, Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
First down, Mariota. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Robert Quinn just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
How about that, partner? His 2nd sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Mariota. He wants it all for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Fourth down, Mariota. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Darren Waller, 36 yards. And the Raiders get a score closer. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. That is good, and that'll make it 20-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Hey, box truck. 53 to Mike. 53. Check 53. Let's go.
Again, it's Cohen. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Going deep this time for Miller. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Jonathan Abram picks it. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Following the interception here, Mariota. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
A gain of 6 there on 1st. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. 59, Mark. 59. Mark. 59. Jazzy, Charlie. 5'9", Mike, 5'9".
To the air again, Mariota. And that will be incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Now Mariota on 4th down. It's caught. Jones. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Again, it's Mariota. Flushed out right. That's complete, right around the 8. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. Doesn't even need to be a breakdown.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Darren Waller, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl, as his guys are back within a single score. Zerline good with a PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Man, if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now a shotgun handoff to Cohen. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Now he's going to go deep down the left. Oh, wide open, complete. And all the way down inside the 25 before he gets out of bounds. And it's a big-time play there for the Bears. 45 yards. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They run. This is Cohen. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. And you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. They try again with Cohen. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. The clock showing 2 minutes even in what's been a memorable Super Bowl 54. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. This is Cohen. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. The ball's still a few inches shy of the marker after the 3-yard run, so now a little soul-searching on 4th down. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that will make this a 9-point lead. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yeah, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back, and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Mariota got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Mariota to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Now Mariota. Flush to his right. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The inside linebacker, Danny Trevathan, gets the sack. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. And he's got some space here. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. One last shot now for Mariota. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And these Chicago Bears have etched their name in NFL history. They are your Super Bowl champions. For the victors, getting to hoist that Lombardi trophy, you know, we've talked to guys that have done it, and they say there's no better feeling in sports.
I don't know how there can be. The journey to get to this game is incredible. And then to finally break through and win it when all eyes are on this game alone because there's nothing else going on, that's just got to be absolutely amazing. That